Hey there, Griff Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome, thanks for joining me today in today's video. Kind of going to go with the last video I did, which we talked about, those fast pentatonic runs full of hammer-ons and pull-ups. Now, granted, there are a select few people in this world that can pick every single note at those tempos. I am not really one of those people. There just aren't that many of them out there. Maybe on a good day I could get a lot more things picked, but I've also noticed that by and large you can't really tell the difference. Like a lot of times, whether something is picked or if it's pulled off or it's slurred is the proper term. Notes that are slurred well, that are in time, that have a good attack, that have good dynamics, those sound pretty similar, particularly at higher speeds, to notes that are picked. So you may find that you just like the sound of slurs. I know I do, and a lot of people do and have throughout the year. So it's not like picking or slurring is better or worse. They're two different ways to approach notes. I just find I have a lot more luck playing at those faster tempos when I'm making liberal use of hammer-ons and pull-offs. So with that said, let's jump into today's lick. Now you may remember yesterday's or whenever you saw the previous video, I did an ascending run. And it ended here at the 8th fret of the good old C minor box 1 lick. So this one is going to connect to that if you are so inclined. And we're going to go mostly down. The previous one was, I'll say, an ascending run. This is going to be a descending run. So again, we're going to just walk down. This is going to be 4E and root 7, 5, 7, root 3, root flat 7. Again, notice how little I'm picking. Four E and 1 E and 2 E and okay, and that's the part that might be a little bit tricky for some people. We're gonna start the beat with a pull off to the 5th, the 8th fret on the 2nd string, pick the 10 at the 3rd string, then pick the 11 on the string above it, and pull off again. And then 10, 8, 10, 8, 10. So 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1. And again, very important to really concentrate making, with all these hammer-ons and pull-offs, make every note even. Ideally, you want to make it sound as if you picked every note, even though you didn't. Now, that is the ideal. The approach that I've always used is that is my ideal. I will never be able to achieve that. Okay, you can obviously never get the same attack on a note when you pull off to it or hammer onto it that you can with a pick. But by trying to, you're going to get as close as humanly possible, and that's really all that matters. So again, 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. And as always, get it memorized. I cannot stress that enough. Notice the patterns. Right? That's just walking through the box. Again, walking through the box. Down, back up, down, down some more. Okay, if you try to remember like 8, 11, 8, 11, 8, 11, 10, 8, 11, like that's going to be impossible. Look at how the lick flows through the box. Starting at the root, down to the string below it, back up, down to the 3rd string, back up to the 2nd string, all the way down to the 4th string, and we're done. 3 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. Okay, and as always, make sure that you can count it out loud and play it at the same time. There is a speed you can do that at. I don't know what it is. It's probably really, really, really slow, particularly if you're not generally a counter. Many people struggle with 16th notes. The reason I'm doing these lessons, 16th notes can be a challenge. I know plenty of people that can play 8th notes all day long, even at alarming speeds. As soon as I make them 16th notes, boom, it all goes out the window, okay? If you can play 8th notes at 160 beats a minute, your fingers are moving the same speed to do 16th notes at 80 beats a minute, because the beat's half as fast, but it's twice as big on the twice the subdivision. So it's the same finger speed, yet 99 out of 100 students that walk in my door, if I get them playing something at 160 beats in 8th notes and then I switch it to 16th notes, it all falls apart. They cannot hear it anymore. Okay, you have to practice 16th notes specifically. Okay, so again, I did this on the last lick, but let me break out the old metronome here, because it's always nice to have, and we'll do it at 60. We'll try a few others. Okay. Oh, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E, 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1, 2, 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. All right, 2, 3, 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. Right, if you can do that, now again, if you can't, go back to counting. If you can, and you can get through it, let's try it at 80. 1, 2, 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. 1, 2, 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. If you can do that, let's go try 100. 1, 2, 3E, 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. 1, 2. How about 120? You get the idea. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. 1, 2, 3. Right? How about 140? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Right? 150, let's say. It's about Leonard Skinner tempo. 1, 2, 3. Right? If you can do it, and again, you're going to go through that same process, right? You're going to find that maybe you can do it at 60, but then try to 80 and it falls completely apart. So go back to 60, go to 90, go to 70, go to 65, go to 75. Do a bunch of tempos that are both above and below where you're trying to work to next. When you get to 80, your next one is 100. Okay, so try at 105, try at 95, try at 90, try at 110. Like, go all around it and just really bounce around. Do it a few times at all those different tempos. All those different tempos are what's going to get your ear subdividing that beat, and that is the key. And this is how we build your speed. Okay, now, these licks, by the way, do come from a course I have called Classic Rock Speed Builders, which is all about these straight feel ideas. I have Blue Speed Building Blocks, which is all triplet based stuff. Classic Rock Speed Builders is more for the rock guys, the straight feel stuff. So obviously I'll leave a link near this video for that in case you're into it. But the main thing here is to really start to concentrate on being able to count out the 16th notes. These are great licks. These ideas, I mean, they are everywhere. They are all over the place. I stole them from every classic rock record I ever listened to growing up. This stuff is everywhere, I promise. Get it under your fingers. You're going to run into it. As you learn stuff like this, it's sort of like when you buy a car and then you see it everywhere you go. Once you learn these licks, you're going to see them everywhere. You're going to hear them in music. You're going to recognize it and be like, oh, that's that part. That's that. You're going to hear it all over the place. So get it under your fingers because you'll notice it everywhere. All right. As always, if you have guitar playing friends that you think would dig this video or it would be beneficial, I hope you will share it with them. Again, I'm Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed, and I would look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.